Okay, hey everybody, it's Clay Beers with World Water Missions, and we're in Lallomas Haiti. It's the city of goats, and we're here with Father Antoine, looking at his church and the rectory and the water project that is currently going on, bringing water from the mountain. There are a number of things that are happening in this area, so I want to walk through them with you very slowly so we make sure that we cover everything. There currently is a system on top of Father Antoine's house and the rectory over about 150 yards there that has a water source coming from a well to my right that you can see some of the villagers here are currently using for cleaning. They'll use it for cleaning the clothes, getting their water for cooking and for drinking at the home. And that's hooked up to a pump that pushes the water to a 500-gallon tank on top of Father Antoine's home. Now, currently with the way it looks is that the flow is sufficient that we'll be able to hook into a CO2 system that we can put on the home and treat the water for all the needs for Father Antoine. At the same time, there is an organization that has brought water down from the mountain that is connected to the pipes currently going to Father Antoine's house that will be able to incorporate as well, so he has two sources of water at the home, either mountain water or the pump, all of which can be treated and used for cooking, cleaning, drinking, and then also irrigation of the crops in the garden. And about that, we think that everything is in place that we'd be able to hook up that system today and have it up and running in the next 48 hours. The next part I want to talk about is a cistern that we're currently standing on top of. This is a 28,000 gallon cistern here in Lallomas that was built by the Gonaives Caritas organization, and it's currently being finished with the plumbing and the piping. You can see there are 4 separate tanks here, each one with its own distribution out for the villagers to be bringing their buckets and collecting the water and taking it home. And there's going to be 2 sources, not only the mountain water coming down, but also there's some 3-inch pipe over here that's going to be used to collect rainwater off the top of the church and brought into the cistern. So we're going to have 2 sources of water. And as a result, we need to have a central place where we can collect both sources of water, treat them, and then put it into the cistern, into the holding tank here. So what we're looking at here is setting up some smaller tanks, maybe some 500 or 800 gallon tanks, to collect the raw water, and then from the bottom of those we'll run it through the CO2 dosing system, have it treated, and then go into these storage tanks here so that it can be distributed for the villagers. About the issues. One thing I want to tell you about that's going on in here, if you look at the details here, is that inside the cistern it's about an 8, maybe a 10-foot depth. The interesting thing is on the outside this is built lower than the ground, so on the inside the distribution point is about 4 or 5 feet up from the ground. So there is a portion of water here that if it got below that drainage point, we would either have to supply a booster pump or a submersible in order to get that water out of the tank for it to be usable. Not exactly sure how it happened like that, but that's what it is, and that's the lay of the land. So we're going to have to be flexible in dealing with it. But you can see that there are 2 separate distribution lines here. There's another one further down on this side, and then one on the back as well. So all 4 of these are going to be usable. The plumber is coming from Saint Michel. He's going to tell us a little bit more about this. You can see that there's some either plumbing that needs to happen, or that is going to be specifically the rainwater collection cistern. But right now, this is what we're looking at this morning as we're going through. There are a few other sites that we need to look at in Lallomas and make assessments about it. But that's where we're at, and we're hoping that by the end of the day we'll have water treatment for Father Antoine on the top of his house and have it there for him. And then here in the next few months have it for the villagers as well. Thanks.